Check is rapping.
Welcome, guys, to We Don't Know Ball. Conference Finals has finals preview of the NBA. And before we get started, Kieran Sports, thank you for showing up. Gunnar, thank you for showing up. Thanks, Retro, for not showing up yet another fucking week. Fuck you, by the way.
That's my guest.
Anyways.
Fuck Retro.
Retro is doing stuff over in on the other side of the country. We won't dox him. But college stuff and all that kind of stuff. All right. Anyways, before we get started, again, those are our two co-hosts. Justin, my main host. How are we doing?
We're here.
We are here. Oh, okay.
We're here.
He's not in the mood today, guys. He's not in the mood. So before we get into the actual NBA Finals, you have to go through what just happened in the Western Conference Finals with San Antonio and OKC. How are our feelings with it, and what are our reactions coming out of the series?
Do you want to go, Gunnar? Or you can go.
I guess I'll go. I'm sorry, but that Game 7 saved Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It really did. That was a legacy game he had to show up in my opinion. Otherwise, this series was phenomenal to watch. Earlier today, I was talking about how it's a very watchable series. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, we're getting 3 games of blowouts in the series, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, as the series as a whole is competitive up until around halfway through the third, I want to say, for each game. That is a blowout, but otherwise, I think as a whole, OKC as a team, phenomenal to watch on defense. Chet needs to do something though this offseason. Mentally, goodbye, Jules. Anyways, Chet was mentally in Game 7. What happened to him? Actually, throughout this series, he was a ghost. Other than Game 1, I'd say, based off of his defensive impact in Game 1, I think was really good. But otherwise, Chet, especially in Game 7, was a no-show, which I think was a game he needed to show up for, with not being able to not even try. He'd try a drive and then just kick it right back out, not even try a move on Wemby here and there. So I'm just very disappointed in what Chet was in that series as a whole. Spurs side of things, great block by Cornet in the fourth in Game 7, shifting momentum. A lot of impressive stuff throughout the series with their transition ball, getting downhill to the rim on their interior on OKC's interior defense. So I was just impressed, especially by Dylan Harper throughout the whole course. Kieran?
Probably one of the best series I've ever seen, personally. Game 1 set the tone. Probably one of the best games ever. Shout out the Spurs for growing up. It's very hard, for all the young players they have. Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle struggled earlier in the series. He stepped up a lot later down the stretch. And obviously Victor Wembanyama was the best player throughout the entire series. As for the Thunder, I think people need to respect J-Dub a little bit more. I think him not being there was a huge detriment to them because Chet literally couldn't get anything going offensively. They put Devin Vassell on him. He didn't know what to do. They put Dylan Harper on him, and he's getting boxed by Dylan Harper. And every time he saw Wemby, like, in the paint and saw his, like, presence, like, he didn't know what he was doing. And I know the narrative is to, like, crap on Shai, and, like, I already did all that, like, 2 days ago. So, like, I'm not going to go, like, get really into it. But this series really told me more about Chet than Shai, in my opinion. It's almost like Chet's offensive game when he's against a competent defense is literally a non-factor. This happened against Indiana last year. He can get anything going from three. They don't even have to they don't even have to close out on him all the way because he's an inconsistent 3-point shooter. It's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not like, and I also think it was a missed opportunity for OKC too, because, like, the Spurs are only going to get better, and they're losing some pieces, and there's one piece that can go. It's Lu Dort. Lu Dort was garbage this entire series. Like, he was probably their worst player throughout the entire series. So, yeah, man. Shout out the Spurs. They definitely deserve to be in the final. So yeah.
Justin.
All right. All right, now I can get back to basketball and stop being the OKC stan I've had to be against everybody else that's been blind hating them for a week. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you fake MVP. Why in the world do you have to show up only in Game 7? Why can't you just close out a series early? Why can't you just play basketball the whole time? And don't give me this, oh, we were learning this, we were learning that. You played them 5 times this year. You've seen them play. You know what you're getting every time. They're not throwing a different set at you. For anybody that says that they're scheming differently for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, no, that's the way they apply pressure to the point of attack every fucking time on defense. Second off, you're scared to go in the paint against Wemby games 1 through 4. Games 5, 6, and 7, look what happens. You're not afraid to take it inside, and you play better. 5 to 6 to 7, this man played better and better and better. And Game 7, he put up a quote-unquote, Gunnar, I'll give you a little credit on it, legacy game. But he put up a game he needed to have. He had to shoot. He had to play the game. He had to show up. He did. In Game 7, he was let down by Alex Caruso, Game 7 fraud. He was let down by Lu Dort, terrible fucking player. He was let down by Chet's scared bitch ass. I don't understand where people create these narratives about Shai this, Shai that, Shai this. Shai played bad for the playoffs. I'll give you credit up until then. 5, 6, and 7, he did not. What Shai has been doing, and it's been consistent if you watch the product that we're watching. You watch the games from last year. You watch them in the playoffs last year. You watch them throughout this year. You watch them in the playoffs this year. Who is the only guy that they depend on to do everything?
Shai.
This is not a top 5 team all time. This is not a generational team. This is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Scrub Squad. And I said it. I'm sorry. Cody, I'll apologize to you because you're an unbiased Thunder fan and your team doesn't deserve that. Chet is scared to do anything. His offense is non-existent against competent defenses. He doesn't know how to create for himself, and when he does, they're the ugliest shots I've ever seen. Lu Dort's supposed to be a 3-and-D specialist, can't shoot to save his fucking life. Literally, if you put a ball in his hands and said, make this one shot, you're dead. Period. I can't wait for him to leave next year. The scariest thought for this OKC team is they get better after this year. They get rid of Lu Dort. They lose that contract. The Hartenstein thing, I think they're more likely to re-sign him than Lu Dort. They have picks out the ass that they can trade for role players that fit their buy-in system that we've all talked about. So I don't know where everyone thinks that this decline of the Thunder is going to happen, but it's going to be a steady plateau, if not go up a little before it declines. This team just gets better. On the other side of things, the San Antonio Spurs. I don't want to sugarcoat or dumb down whatever I want to say here, but at the same time, congratulations for picking up the ball and running with it. You knew what you had to do. You did your job. That is what you did. It wasn't that they did anything by spectacular means. They played basketball. They play basketball better than the OKC Thunder do. That's simply what it is. They play hard defense. They trap. They set picks. They run motions. The only criticism I have with the San Antonio Spurs, and it comes down to Mitch. It'll always come back to Mitch. You have a generational alien at center. Learn how to fucking scheme him. Because if, no offense, 4 retards can figure out how to scheme this dude on a TikTok and on a podcast, you getting paid multi-millions of dollars to stand there looking like an idiot should understand how to do this. You put the man at an extended post or you let him sit at the top. No more nail, no more center of the lane. Get him in space and let him play make or bully whoever's guarding him. Because newsflash, there's not a motherfucker alive today that can guard that man one-on-one. There's not one. You force the help, you find the opening. Wemby can be a 7'5" playmaker he can literally be the most broken 2K build of all time in real life. Shout out to Castle and Harper for doing exactly what they were supposed to with this whole no playoff experience. I'm really getting sick of hearing it. Playoff experience doesn't matter when you play better basketball than the team you're playing against. So, and I'll still stand on business with the hot take of if Wemby's only getting better, imagine what Harper's going to be by year 5. I'm sorry. We think Wemby's a freak. Once Harper develops this game, the league is cooked.
Thank you, Justin, for saying that, because I've been having to say that for a long time. So having some backup means a lot. My takes on this series, even prior to the series, after game 1, I've been saying what Victor Wembanyama has been the best in the world for multiple months. And for the people who just started watching, and if this is your first series, because this is the most viewed fucking series possibly of all time. Statistics just came out in Game 7. Over 2 billion people watched that Game 7 across social media. Victor Wembanyama is now the best player on the planet. I think regardless of the series outcome, I was going to say that coming out of the series. And for the people who are saying this because he won, I think are asinine, because it didn't matter what was going to happen. He was just by far the most impactful player on the court. Been saying this for a long time. As for the things that Justin also said with the scheming for Victor Wembanyama, why he said the things that he said at the press conference, specifically for the MVP, was that offensive impact isn't just PRA points, is because Mitch tries to scheme around his role gravity, right? Just as the role man, just to try to get, corner 3-point shooters and so on and so forth. But if you start actually running plays for Victor Wembanyama on the low post, on the extended elbow, and make him into a creator, which I think that is his weakness at this point. If he starts to create for himself and be able to get downhill, have a reliable jump shot, because his over-the-top shot making is potential GOAT status because he is 7'5". That's going to be the most unguardable player in NBA history because he can get downhill like Giannis and then shoot over you like KD. Like, that's going to be fucking insane. So you're going to have to scheme like that for the future. As for the SGA conversation, Gunnar, I agree, because he did save his ass showing up in Game 7.
Yes, he did.
However, the thing that I will say is that he didn't save his ass in the fourth quarter, because Mr. Clutch Player of the Year was fucking 30% from the field in the fourth quarter. So, this whole series. So, if you're Mr. Closer and you're not being able to close out games and you have no off-ball value, what really are you? Just a mid-range James Harden. Thank you, Real Talk JT, for saying that. So, SGA, we're going to have some conversations about playoff translation, brother, because you're not going to be able to get away with it that much more, because this is by far your worst series. And even though that OKC team can absolutely get better, this Spurs team is younger than you. That core team is younger than you. And they're going to be here for a long time, Shay. So you're going to have to ask for it, because if Castle's doing the things that he did and Harper did the things that he did against you, you're about to be 28. They're about to be 21, 22. You're going to have to go through hell, dog. So that's my things from it. I will say one thing before you go, Kieran, is that, again, I think this series is the encompassment of playoff basketball in totality. Toughness, physicality, the fouls, the officiating, the actual game of play, the moments. I talked about the moments on Post Patrol with Gunnar earlier. In years' time, I don't think anybody's going to be talking about the officiating. And if they do, that's going to be asinine to me. They should be talking about the moments. SGA putting up that Game 7 performance. Wemby pulling up from the logo, not once, but twice in this series.
Yep.
You know, the downhill ability of the guards of Castle and Harper. Like, there's going to be moments that are going to be living in playoff history for a long, long time just from this series. And they're both the average median age of OKC and San Antonio is 25. We're going to be seeing this shit for the next 5 years minimum. So buckle up. San Antonio is now 1-0 against you guys. Let's go see them next year. But as a Spurs fan, I'm happy because I ended up being right. Kieran, what did you have to say?
It's funny, like, you were talking about development, but this goes back to Chet, bro. Like, Chet is, how old is Chet? 24? Bro, you're in year 4 at this point, and yeah, you're better off the ball, you're more active off the ball, but dude, you can't self-create. You look like Jalen Duren. The fuck are you doing? Attack the basket. Stop being scared of Devin Vassell and fucking Julian Champagnie and freaking Dylan Harper. You have no handle. You can't shoot threes. Learn over the offseason. Learn over what the Spurs have been doing and developing their players. Because right now, I'm sorry, like, Chet's PR is fucking cooked, bro. Yeah, you can get it. Like, listen, you can get it off against the Suns, who don't really have a big man. You can get it off against DeAndre Ayton. That's fine. That's fine. But if you struggle against Miles Turner, bro, last year, and now this year, you look unplayable.
What me for?
Sorry. My fault.
We have a center. We have a center.
Well, to be fair, Kieran, to even add on to that, Justin, to defend you didn't even play your fucking center because he was hurt. Yep. Mark Williams didn't even play. It was also Iguodala. So he got off against a fucking forward. Like,
shout out, Mark.
Shout out.
It's just like, it's just like, dude, like, I don't like, and also the Nerds need to shut the fuck up. Like, they need to shut the fuck up about Chet Holmgren. I'm not hearing that he's top 10 player or close to top 10 or like he's better than these like number 1 options that are not like great like defensively. Like, dude, like
Chet's not better than half of number 2 options in the league.
No, like, listen, Chet, we're okay that Chet can be a top 5 defensive player. That's fine. It's when people put him in top 12 conversations. We need to shut that shit down right now. Well, it's not happening. It's not happening.
I wouldn't even say he was really the second option. I mean, he was kind of forced into that role this year. I'm just saying, I still think it's J-Dub. Just saying.
And no, Gunnar, I agree, but that's the thing, is that they drafted him to be the second option.
I know.
He's putting up he's looking like Ben Simmons. He's being fucking afraid. He had his Ben Simmons moment, and I really do think after he got dunked on by Wemby in that Game 7, he just got shut down. Inexcusable. No field goal attempts in the second half. Inexcusable that you're not being able to attack closeouts. Inexcusable when you were one-on-one with Wemby in the fourth quarter and you got that post up, you fucking fell like a child at the playground. You fell like to Victor Wembanyama.
He passes out and then goes to the three-point line and then tries to drive in. What are we doing? Like, what is this play calling?
Dude, it's like, dude, it's just so frustrating, bro. Like,
can we also address the other elephant in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Can we just talk about how bad Mark Daigneault was for this whole season?
Oh, he was horrendous coaching-wise.
I don't know if Mark Daigneault was trying to do his best. What's Cleveland's coach again?
Atkinson.
I've already erased his name out of my mind because he got an extension, so he's in non-existent land.
He's not real.
he did his best Atkinson impersonation.
He's in the Matrix.
Like, he literally just stood there with that stupid fucking look on his face that he always has. And then he just tried to get ejected from Game 7 because he knew he couldn't outcoach what the Spurs were doing. It's not like Mitch was doing anything better on the other side, to be fair. But he literally was like, oh, fuck it, we're chalked. I'm going to get ejected. And he tried. Like, he really tried to get tossed out of that game. But
I want to ask you guys, because considering like there was a lot like offensively on SGA's shoulders, and we know that
there's too damn much for the quote unquote talent that he has on that team.
Do you guys think at this point that maybe, I'm not saying just like get rid of like the defensive philosophy, but like do you think like at this point do you guys think that they should go more offensively slanted lineups? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Depends on off-season moves, but
here's
no.
why. Here's why. I think right scheme, wrong players. Hear me out on this. I think that OKC's philosophy on how to beat teams with their smothering, bullying, whatever the hell you want to call it, their style of defense is, their half-court sets, if you really watch them play, their half-court sets are actually run beautifully. It's just the execution of who's finishing the set. Because if you had literally like anybody but Lou Dort in a corner, like they would have scored so many more points. Like they're set up. Look at how much better they're. Crazy enough, I'm going to give them credit after shitting on him. Look at how much better their transition looks when Caruso is the guy finishing the play, shooting out of the corner versus a Lou Dort.
Yeah.
So it's not a change your scheme thing. It's literally a Lou Dort can't shoot. Stop putting him in a spot where he has to shoot. Well, if Chet's that guy in the offside corner, if Caruso's the guy in the offside corner, if Cason Wallace is the guy in the offside corner, if AJ Mitchell is the guy in the offside corner, there's so many guys on their bench. McCain, like we can sit here. We've talked about it all year about how deep this bench is, full of defenders and shooters, and Lou Dort's not one of them. That's just the issue here. Lou Dort hit clutch shots in the last playoffs that he needed to hit, but he's gotten significantly worse this season. We've talked about it all year. If it was anybody but Lou Dort, after 3 passes wide open in the corner, these are different games in this series. These games are closer. These games are dogfights. But when it's Lou Dort, they can see that he catches the ball and send 5 guys to the fucking rim because he's a 1-for-5 shooter.
I also think like at this point, like Lowe said it on his page, he shouldn't have played at all in Game 7. He was generally awful.
If it's him injured and not J-Dub, I think the Thunder win that game. That's just me personally.
No, I mean, but it's a fair assessment, and my thing is like the value of J-Dub is shown in this series is because it's because at the weakness of OKC is that their defense is so viable, but when a whole bunch of guys are 6'4" to 6'5" like as your POA guys, but then the offense is guys who are 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", and getting downhill dribble penetration. It doesn't matter about like how physical you are. It's literally because of height and physicality in San Antonio. That's why I picked them in 7. It's because Castle, Harper, Devin are going to be consistently either shooting the lights out or being able to cause dribble penetration and get paint points routinely. So when you are just undersized, you can't do it. You're not going to be able to do it. So if J-Dub is there, it's easy.
I'm glad you finally saw the light with Vassell. I'm just so glad you finally saw the light. I was trying to...
Devin still sucks. Fuck him. Julian Champagne's players.
Right, sure.
Yes. Devin's a better defender. Julian's a better shooter.
Oh, yeah, Julian's definitely a better shooter. But I got to give Vassell credit, too. He had a lot of transition threes this series that I thought were pretty good.
I think his defensive impact was the biggest part of his game, really.
I agree. So he got most of the possessions on SGA. Castle was like is the POA and is the better defender, but they would try to get Castle off of him. And Devin did a fantastic job on him. Like, very, very good, very disciplined and all this kind of stuff. So I will say that. But with OKC,
I think.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
With OKC, in terms of like you're talking about Dort leaving, because there's now everybody's starting to overreact with the OKC stuff. Do we think that they should make a major change outside of cutting Lou Dort or whatever?
It's just Dort. It's literally just Dort.
Because people are trying to say because people have been trying to say Chet can't be on this team anymore. I disagree.
That's where I disagree.
But like we also have to understand that like you don't have to get rid of Jado. Like I don't know, man. Like
it's for me, here's the thing, and like this is kind of what me and Cody talked about a little bit, is he thinks personally that Cason Wallace might have priced himself out of OKC with how well he's played so far in the playoffs, which is a very valid statement. But at the same time, they can run a small ball lineup and let Chet be their quote-unquote center, and then Hartenstein can come in, and then they can make it bigger. Like, they have the option to run a Cason as a sixth man. They have the option to run an SGA, J-Dub, or no, Cason would probably play, so J-Dub moves to the 3, and then Chet Hartenstein lineup with Caruso as a bench player. They don't have to give Caruso as many minutes as they give him. Cason has played his way into the starting lineup and has earned the trust, in my opinion, after watching him. He's probably the most consistent player this series. Like, Cason he's not afraid to attack the contact. He's not afraid to shoot in traffic. He's catch and shoot, letting it fly, and for the most part, hitting consistently. Like, there's no way in hell that they don't re-sign Cason Wallace. Like, in my opinion. He is a perfect complementary guard to exactly what OKC is trying to build.
I agree with that, Justin. The issue is I think they give up Hartenstein then as well. I think they do. Just because of how money is right now. Because I was looking at the contracts the other day. They're next year they're supposed to be around 240, I believe, at least on Basketball Reference, something like that.
Is there any way, shape, or form Hartenstein takes a friendly contract to play with a contender, though?
I don't know if he does.
I don't know, man. I think a lot of teams are gonna throw a bag at Hartenstein.
Yeah,
I do too.
And that's where like the narrative coming out of this is definitely cut Dort. Dort is gone by seeing Shanghai, right? So that's completely fine. But not only Wallace, I think Hartenstein played him priced out of OKC because now what he was able to do.
He's the only person that knows how to score.
No, Jules. What was their bit like, dude? Like Hartenstein was literally unplayable game 1, and then as the series progressed, he played much better. He was being more confident.
He figured it out.
Floaters, and he's played physical.
I think they realized he's the only person that actually knows how to score on Wembanyama. And you get the floater over his hand, and he's so good at it.
Yeah, that fuck ass left-handed floater that's disgusting.
It's ugly, but it's effective.
But that's the thing is that's why OKC got him from New York is because of he was the main like offensive rebounder for that team prior to him being in OKC. But even if he leaves, I'm telling you right now, Chet is not going to be the same player as a pure 5 than he is as a 4-5 combo with Hartenstein and himself, because his value has always been help side rim protection, just like Victor Wembanyama. Like Vic has the size to be a true 5. He does help down a lot, but he can be a legitimate rim protector. I'm telling you right now, Chet cannot be a true rim protector. He is going to everybody's going to run through him, move him off the spot, and get him in foul trouble. He needs somebody there. He's like Giannis.
He's also not the yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He's also not the rebounder as Hartenstein either. And like, I think if they lose Hartenstein, bro, like their rebound is going to take out like a massive hit.
Yes,
yeah, go ahead.
That's where their value was. This most of the season has been rebounding the basketball that came from Hartenstein.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of weird narratives. Like they're already starting to come out.
And here's my question.
No. I have to say something else because I got called out on Twitter. OKC, I made a joke. Fuck you. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Fuck you. Yeah, bro. Like, I'll take all y'all on. I don't care.
Well, true OKC fans would have handled it better. They lost their MVP or lost to, Golden State in 2016 and then lost their best player. I mean, true fans would have responded fine, but I guess they're not true fans.
Bandwagon.
Right. Anyway, then my question is to you guys. What team benefits the most and has the cap room from signing Isaiah Hartenstein in the offseason?
Anybody that needs a great offensive rebounder. Offensive rebounds. Yeah, offensive rebounds are so valuable in this league and winning the possessions. I'm a huge offensive rebounder guy. That's why I pushed a lot of the Luke Cornett stuff, Mitchell Robinson stuff, Steven Adams stuff. Offensive rebounds are very valuable. So in terms of if Wallace does resign there for above his price and they can't afford both Dort and Hartenstein leaves, Hartenstein, he would do so. Hey, Cleveland, I'm on that phone right there. Hartenstein, you want to come in because Jared Allen sucks?
Well, what about Detroit?
Detroit, yeah. Jalen Duren only has a push cross. You want to fucking come here? I'm in agreement.
I think there's more. I think there's more landing spots for Case and
Wallace Lakers.
Than there are for iHeart.
LA, yep.
I think there's more landing spots for Case and Wallace than there are for iHeart.
That's fair.
I mean, I'm just saying Boston. I'd be happy.
I'm just saying Minnesota. I'm just saying Houston.
I think Wallace's value is scoring in transition, but I don't think he was tested this series as a true playmaker and a ball handler. And Wallace is literally Walmart Ayo Dosunmu. I don't think Minnesota would want that. It's just a redundant player.
I wouldn't say Walmart. I think he's better than Ayo is, but
I think Atlanta would like Kaysen.
I wouldn't hate that. But the thing is, Atlanta needs a true ball handler.
Oh no. They do. I'm not saying yeah.
Yeah. Atlanta would like him, but I don't think he really he'll make their defense better, sure. But I don't think he's the missing piece for that Atlanta team.
Any shot that he gets put in purgatory with Ja Morant in Memphis?
Ja's not gonna be
wrong purgatory. That ain't Sacktown. Yeah, that ain't Sacktown. We all know it's Sacktown.
But
Utah doesn't need him.
He'll go to the Nets.
Utah doesn't need him. We got enough glaze on our Utah Jazz. Big supporters on this podcast of the Utah Jazz. They got enough guard play and enough center play. It's the in between they need help with.
Yeah, George, baby.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Yeah, because a lot of OKC fans again moving to the Chet thing. I don't know if Presti pushes the red button because he does have the capability to press the red button and be like, okay, if I'm not feeling comfortable with Chet, I have a plethora of first round picks and I can go get whatever superstar I really want outside the big three because I already have one of them on my team. I think he's fully capable of doing that. And OKC fans who have said move Chet and go get Giannis or go get whoever, I think that's completely asinine because they're impatient.
I would not like the Giannis and SGA fit.
It's a weird fit.
That's such a weird fit.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, let him do it. Let him do it.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if Giannis fits into any system in the league. He's so good, but I'm sorry, I just don't think he fits into literally any system in the league.
Dude, the spacing is gonna be dog shit.
No, he fits Brooklyn.
No, for real though, before AD got traded there, he fits Washington for the Let It Fly team.
Yeah.
He fits Golden State. Fuck, I don't want to say that out loud. But, he doesn't really fit. He needs to be the primary slasher and rebounder, and there aren't a lot of teams that are just out here letting it fly like that. I mean, I'll tell you, he'd fit my team perfectly. Our team loves to just let it fucking fly, but we have no money or picks to make a move there.
Yeah.
Your team isn't the let it fly team, Gunner. You have a Jason Tatum who lets it fly.
No.
No.
Whoa. Well, I don't want him, but that's just false. We were letting it fly all year.
We tried the most amount of threes in the off this year.
Yep. And it wasn't even Tatum.
But do we have anything else to say for this conference finals before we move on?
Yeah, Jules, congratulations on it switching from NFL to NBA because you know you're not winning anything in the NFL anytime soon. So we'll just get to the Spurs dynasty now for you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a great it was a great conference final. I think it definitely lived up to the hype that everyone anticipated. And the last thing I'll say, Devin Vassell, what a satisfying dunk at the end of the game.
Yes, I will say I don't care about the unwritten rules, dog. All of America was behind that fucking dunk, dog. Everybody rejoiced, dog. It should have been a fucking magnitude 9 earthquake with all that shit that happened all at the same time, bro. It was the accomplishment of that was great.
Can I say something a little controversial though? As much as this was the quote unquote greatest series we may have ever witnessed, is it wrong that I'm still let down a little bit by this series?
Yes.
For sure.
Game 1, Game 5, and Game 7, hands down, just like great. But 2, 3, and 4 were good, not great.
6 was ass.
6 was ass. Game 5's first quarter, Game 5's first half, was probably the best basketball I watched in this whole series.
Yeah.
Game 1, just for absolute cinema with the double overtime and the blah, blah, blah. We understand that. But Game 5's back and forth dogfight in the first half was unbelievable.
And it's a fair thing, too, because you could also say, well, how is this such a good series with the amount of blowouts from each team, right? There's multiple teams.
Because those blowouts happened after 6 minutes left in the third quarter?
Literally. So it's you can make that argument as well, and there's been people in my ear who are just I don't think this series is that great because the amount of blowouts.
Are they all Minnesota fans?
They're not Minnesota fans. They're actually other friends of
mine. I think the only disappointing thing I can really say, I wish both teams were fully healthy. We all know that J-Dub and AJ Mitchell missed some time. De'Aaron Fox missed some time. Dylan Harper got hurt. Yeah, it might be a different series if both teams are fully healthy, but I don't think that takes away. It's really just a nitpick because I generally believe out of my years of watching, this is probably the second best series I've ever seen. Jules already knows what number 1 is. I'm not going to bring it up, but yeah, man, great basketball. With 2 of the best players on the planet. Oh, I'm sorry, I had to bring this up. For all the people that were shitting on Jokic in round 1 because he had 3 bad games against the Minnesota Timberwolves, I'm not hearing that SGA is getting the coverages and all that shit. That's the only we got to keep it consistent. If Jokic is a fraud, SGA is a fraud. That's all I had to say because I was one of those people that got on Jokic's ass because I think people were pushing it too far with Jokic. But people have to simmer down with SGA too.
Can I be honest with you? I'm pretty sure it's the other way around. I'm pretty sure Jokic isn't the fraud and SGA is just not a playoff. I don't think either one are frauds. I just think SGA he didn't translate well in this playoffs, and that's just what it is. I mean, he had to be the everything, and when that happens, I think he crumbled under the pressure.
Well, to be fair as well, when we were talking about the Jokic stuff, they were very fucking loud with the Jokic hate, very loud.
Yeah.
And I to be fair, when we talked about it, because Kieran, me, Justin, and Retro are Jokic apologists. I guess we're more with the context of Jamal Murray isn't fucking him. Aaron Gordon is hurt, and fucking Peyton Watson didn't play. Christian Braun sucks, and that kind of stuff. Which we gave context, but I do understand. I didn't excuse games 2 through 4 from Jokic; those were all time bad. But in terms of everything, you can add context. You can add context a little bit to SGA, but I don't think it's on the same level as Jokic.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, because even with AJ Mitchell and J-Dub, like, being out, right? There were still a lot of positives around SGA that was happening.
Yes.
Alex Caruso was hitting his shot most of the series. Isaiah Hartenstein was being a big factor in this series after
Jared
game 1.
McCain whipped his dick out and pissed on
Yeah,
Philly.
McCain too.
Yeah.
Casey Wallace, as we mentioned, like, dude, like, the role players play much better for SGA than Jokic was.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure the
that's
bench
not even a
outscored. I'm pretty
discussion.
sure the bench outscored the starters in 5 of the 7 games.
Literally, yeah. Like that's like what I'm saying. Like, dude, like, I think this is worse than what Jokic went through, like, throughout the entire series.
I do too.
I agree.
In terms of performance, yeah, like, I think Jokic had the worst game. Like, I think he had the worst game. I think it was game 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But in terms of the entire series, SGA objectively had a worse series than Jokic.
I think SGA, this just shows how much he needs some guy who is a secondary ball handler that can also create his own shot, aka AJ Mitchell, aka J-Dub. But at the same time, it's just not what Jokic is missing. Again, don't excuse what he's doing in the earlier games, but at the same time, I think Shea fucking pissed himself.
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
Before we move on to the highlight of our NBA Finals, Jules, do you want to take a minute to glaze Carter Bryant for his role player minutes?
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay, so for context, right? In the beginning of the season,
the only Carter Bryant stand alive.
I was really high on this guy, Carter Bryant, coming out of Arizona from the draft. And I'm like, this guy's just an athletic freak. And I love what he does. I think he's a streaky shooter, but he'll develop. And the games that I saw from the Summer League of him absolutely putting the undeserving, you're welcome, Justin, Rookie of the Year in a box that whole game and saying, all the stuff that he was doing, he has a lot of defensive intangibles that I love. The recovery speed, the wingspan, his mobility, and all this kind of stuff. I think that's going to translate. His offensive game will come. And he had a really bad first 3 months. He got sent down to the G League for literally an 8 game, came back up, went to the slam dunk contest, and since then, he's been really, really good, defensively and offensively. And then he was tasked to go up against the MVP. And not only did he do really good against the MVP, he went prime Ray Lewis on him and trucked him not once, but twice. Regardless if you think that's a basketball play, he showed a lot of heart throughout this series. And he is my unsung hero because Carter Bryant is going to be a defensive menace for a long time. And this is just the precipice of what we're going to see. Because, my God, if he just has more IQ, and he had such a touching moment this series too, with him crying, tearing up next to Wemby after Mitch getting in his face, and everybody clowning him for it, and then immediately going back and shutting SGA down, and then trucking him. Not only, I've never seen America literally to say, like, I feel bad for this kid, and he's like, oh, he's a feel-good story, to, oh my God, he's doing such a fantastic thing, trucking this, at free throw merchant. That's just, whatever. But Carter Bryant, I've been your number one fucking fan since day one, and I want you to fucking know that. If this comes around your fucking For You page, if you see this on YouTube, because we all know NBA players listen to this podcast, shout out KD. I appreciate you, and I hope that you're the defensive wing of the future, because I saw another young wing stopper go up against an MVP, do a really fucking good job, and that was Kawhi. So that's just my thing. It's a good story for me.
Also, like, with the Carter Bryant shit and, like, crying, like, that just tells me that, like, one, like, he cares about this. I think like the thing about, like, NBA fans, like, they gotta stop acting like these guys are fucking robots. Like, they're allowed to show emotion. Like, I don't know why, like, people get, like, criticized for, like, being upset, like, that they got yelled at by the coach. Like, dude, this dude's 20 years old. He's 20. Like,
It's
he's
just a
freshly,
baby.
like, he's
Literally.
not even, like, 2 years out of high school.
You
Literally.
can't legally buy alcohol.
Exactly. No, like, that's the thing. And, like, I understand that, like, Mitch has, like, was hard on him, but, like, you have to understand, like, Greg Popovich did the same exact shit with Kawhi when he was, like, 21 or 22 years old. That clip against Houston Rockets in the playoffs, like, that reminded me what, like, Carter Bryant was going through. Like, obviously not to the extent, because, like, Kawhi is just, like, emotionless, but, like,
Literally.
Kawhi is a robot.
No, but, like, you no,
Yeah.
like, people have to understand that, like, Mitch is he's like taking, like, the Greg Popovich vibes, like, really well, I think. Like, I just personally believe that, like, we just gotta, like, let these players develop, like, let them go through the growing pains, and, like, obviously, like, it's a big moment, like, I think any coach would get pissed if, like, you're in the Western Conference Finals against the team that just, like, won the championship, like, the previous year. I think a lot of people, like, I think a lot of coaches do the same exact thing if you fuck up, but
Yeah.
yeah, like, it's just, yeah, people gotta relax, bro.
Agreed.
I'd like to
All
admit
right.
I was wrong, real quick, on Carter Bryant as well. Just want to say that.
It was a slow burn take, and we're here now. We're here now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now that
Alright.
we can leave OKC in the Western Conference Finals behind us. God, that feels good to say.
Mhm.
Moving on.
One more fuck OKC. One more.
No more, because now you become the point of attack.
Oh my god.
Now,
That's crazy.
Wednesday night, we get Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the San Antonio Spurs and the New York Knicks. I don't care what anyone's got to say. I'm crediting the playoff run and their success that they have in this NBA Finals to a player who's not even on the fucking team. Since Danhausen lifted the curse, the Knicks are undefeated. No, it's not unbelievable. It's actually kind of comical. So this means that Danhausen and that Corgi on TikTok, who, if you guys saw, got his collar put in the banners, by far the funniest shit in the world because he predicted every game of the Western Conference Final right. All seriousness, I think this series is going to be a lot closer than people want to admit. Matchup for matchup, pound for pound. I think that what scares me the most is how much Knicks players not named Jalen Brunson really have to show up in this series. Because he's going to see 4 different defensive phenoms running at him for 60 minutes. And I say 60 minutes because after them chasing you around, it's not a 48-minute game. You feel like you're getting hounded for an hour.
Oh, 100%.
Because you watch Castle, you watch Vassell. I'm sure Carter Bryant will get him too, just because of the size mismatch. De'Aaron Fox, like, these guys are athletes. They are all significantly faster than you, better defenders than your offensive game. I can only wait to see Jalen Brunson legacy game after Jalen Brunson legacy game if he can level up to this level and play. This will be, I won't say it's going to be as exciting and as expected as the Thunder and Spurs was, but the Knicks are literally playing with house money. We've all talked about it already. Nobody expects them to win this. Nobody expects them to get 2 games. I am excited to see if they can rise to the occasion. They've been cut off at the knees the last, 3 years, Kieran?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now they're here. This was the year they had to get here.
Yep.
I want to see everybody from top to bottom play team basketball like they did in Game 4, in Game 3. I believe it was Game 1 against the Sixers, the absolute blowout.
Yeah.
So, like, But the issue is they need that level of play every night just to stand a chance. Like, they are going up against juggernauts. And I think that if any team is going to be conditioned enough to do it, especially a team that already plays a short bench, this team is literally made for this moment. Go out and capture it. Go out and see what you can do. Get the most out of every player you can every night. And Kieran, you can yell at me if I'm wrong here, but it's not Brunson. The X factor for the Knicks here is what Karl Anthony Towns do you get? Because if Cat doesn't show up and be the big playmaker, the man that they traded away the basketball terrorist, the cancer Julius Randle for, we can chalk it now. Because if Cat doesn't show up, it's 4 games now. If Cat shows up, I think the Knicks can steal game 1, and that's going to piss the fuck off out of San Antonio.
Yeah.
But it's all going to come down to which Karl Anthony Towns are you going to get.
I mean, the funny thing is, Justin, like, I don't know, like, I've been talking with Jules, like, every series with, like, the Knicks, like, going forward. I said that every series, the X factor is Cat. Because now in this offensive hub role, they run a lot of X action with Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby to find cutters and them, like, getting mid-range jump shots or finishing at the rim. And if that's cut off, that's really worrying me about this Knicks offense, because I think at that, like, if the Spurs cut that off, it's going to be more heavy on Jalen Brunson, heavy ISO. I think it could be a situation where we're down by a lot, like we were against Atlanta, and in the end, like, Mike Brown's just running through Jalen Brunson, because, like, I'm going to be honest, it's not James Harden on that perimeter. It's Stephon Castle.
Yeah.
It's De'Aaron Fox. It's Dylan Harper.
It's an actual defender.
It's actually, like, good it's really good personnel. And, like, the one, like, for me, for this series, like, the one thing I like about the series, like, in particular, is that, like, the Spurs have some veterans, but they're, like, mostly, like, really young guys, like Carter Bryant, Wemby, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper. And then you look at the Knicks, like, these guys are, like, almost, like, all pushing 30, and, like, they've been heavy veterans for a really long time, like Mikal, like OG, like, all these, like, it's funny, like, OG, Mikal, and Brunson were all in the same draft.
It's like De'Aaron Fox is running a daycare. You can say it.
Yeah. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox is running a daycare. That's I never pictured it like that.
That's
but
crazy.
Yeah,
You're a dick.
I said this before.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I said this before. If
You'll just respond with "you're a dick" again. Don't worry, I got it.
If Cat doesn't have a good series, I think we lose in, like, 4 or 5. If he has a decent, like, if he has an above average series, I can see the Knicks pushing to 6. Like, what it comes down to for me is that I think it really comes down, like, this is the type of series where the best player can, like, outweigh, like, the entire team. And I just think Wemby, like, the way that he's playing right now, and, like, most of the stuff that, like, we can get away with, like, against Cleveland, like Brunson hedging, like, and, like, switching back, I don't think we can do that against San Antonio as effectively, because the athletes on San Antonio are much better. Like, Stephon Castle is probably, and Dylan Harper are way better athletes at this point than Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. And it's just, like, it's so, like, I said this to Jules before. I think there's going to be one game where we just shoot the lights out and we win, because I do think we are the better shooting team, but the Spurs are just much better at closing out than teams like the Sixers and Cavs and a lot of stuff that we got away with. Like, I just don't think we're gonna, like.
Well, you know how in games they always say, like, key whatever, like 3 key points to, like, how to win the game. Yeah. There is 1 key point, and Mike Brown better have been hammering this home since they found out they were playing the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
Must win Wemby-less minutes. That is the only way the Knicks survive. They have to go on runs when Wemby's off the floor. They have to abuse Kornet. They have to make his life a living hell. And I think the Knicks have the personnel to do that. I think when he gets
I
stretched to
agree.
oblivion by Cat, they're cooked.
Yeah, like you know what's funny? Cornette, like I know it was last year, but like Cornette's seen this Knicks team before. He played them when he was with Boston in Game 5, and he probably had the best game of his fucking career.
Yeah,
Well, not just that.
yeah, go ahead, Gunnar.
Sorry, Kieran. Not just that. When Cornette's seen you guys multiple times, like in the offs. Cornette's also had great games, and I think you've had the personnel that should be going against Cornette. You're just not winning those minutes when Cornette's on the floor, at least in the past.
Yeah. It's just like I know I know a lot of people didn't believe in the Knicks. I didn't really believe in the Knicks. I said they were a second round exit before the playoffs. I didn't think like Mike Brown would unlock this offense like he did. I'm just glad to be here. My bias tells me Spurs in 6, but I can see it.
It's crazy.
What do you mean?
It's just funny. It's just a funny way of saying it. I'm just happy to be here. But here's the question before Jules and Gunnar go. This is my biggest This is my biggest thing for this whole thing. Even though to us we really think it means nothing, but it's a good addition to the game. How much of a chip on their shoulder do the Spurs have to go and blow the fucking Knicks out after the NBA Cup loss?
Yeah.
Okay, got a chip.
Yeah, because like that's the thing, right? Because I'm gonna be honest, people went over in the fuck at that NBA Cup. I think Wemby played like 25 minutes. He didn't even start, right?
Yeah.
He didn't start that game, right?
He was on minutes restrictions.
He was on a minutes restriction. Like I'm sorry, like I understand that the Knicks won, like, and like they played really well.
I'll give you a quick how many minutes he played. Let me go look.
I think it was 25 on the dot, maybe 26.
Something like that. Let me see if I can get the box score pulled up real quick. Yes, just jump through 6 different apps to just give me a goddamn box score. Thank you.
Love it here.
Wemby played 25. Here was the breakdown for the Spurs minutes that game.
Mm-hmm.
Barnes played 23, Cornette played 23, Fox played 32, Vassell played 33, Castle played 35, Keldon played 16, Champagnie played 25, Wemby played 25, and Harper played 28. And everybody except for Keldon and Champagnie were in double-digit points.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also, one more thing before Jules goes. I want to see how Mitchell Robinson plays because if that pinky finger is if that pinky injury is as bad as it is that a lot of people are worried about, Mitch is going to be unplayable. If he can't catch lobs with his right hand, if he can't grab consistent rebounds, he's literally going to be unplayable.
Tape his fucking fingers together. I'm so overhearing this. It's a pinky. Tape his fucking finger together. You can still control the ball like this. I promise you. It's not that. As somebody who's done it, and you guys can say whatever, and I know anybody that watches this part of the clip is going to flame me. As somebody who played a guard their entire life and has had every finger issue under the sun and had to play with spiked thumbs, fingers taped together, broken hands, you can still do the job. You can still do the job. And that's ball handling. You literally are going up to catch a ball. Your contact isn't in your hands. Your contact is in your body. As long as he uses his body, which Mitchell Robinson has a great frame to use, even against a Victor Wembanyama, he can still use his body and protect his hands while catching the ball. Take your fucking finger together, splint his pinky, do whatever you got to do. He can play the damn game. I'm so sick of fucking pinky. If it's a toe injury, I can understand you putting all your weight on your foot. But a pinky. Tape his fucking finger together and move the fuck on. It's the NBA goddamn finals.
Yeah, I just I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I don't really know because we're not centers, so and we don't really shoot. We'll never know. So
it doesn't matter. It's the NBA finals. If you sit out over a pinky injury on, let's be real, this could be his only shot at this. You're a bum. What? Literally, this is This is the definition of a man-up moment, and what do you want your legacy to be? Do you want to be the guy that helped your team fight a juggernaut on the other side? Well, like I said, playing with house money. Or do you want to be the guy who was known for not playing a single minute because of a pinky injury and getting swept? Come on.
Yeah.
Time to put your money where your fucking mouth is. Earn that contract. We talk about it all the time about how athletes are overpaid and all this. Tape your fucking finger together and earn your fucking contract. It's the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jules.
No, Connor, you go before me.
I think it's interesting. I'm on a very minority side that this is the worst matchup for the Knicks, in my opinion, or the better matchup for the Knicks than OKC. My bad. Wait, do I have it right? No, I thought no, my bad. I thought OKC was the best matchup for New York to come out and get something, in my opinion. That's what I was standing on. I just thought with San Antonio, their size, how fast this team can be in transition, which has been a struggle for New York throughout not just the playoffs, in the regular season when you watch the games. They're not good at getting back on transition defense. I just thought there was that. I thought that the size of this team of San Antonio, how they are, it's just going to be an issue. However, I do think New York has this chance to do something amazing, to keep it very competitive. They have to win the offensive boards, like how OKC was doing against San Antonio. I think that's one of the biggest keys. I don't know if that's going to happen, but they have the players that are able to do it, with an OG, with a Mikhail, with a Mitch, with a Cat.
And Hart.
Oh yeah, I'm my bad. Yeah, Josh Hart, best board getter in the league, or one of, for his role. But
they're the best. They're literally the best half court offense. It's when you get them in transition is where they're in trouble.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. And so I think that's one of the biggest keys for this New York Knicks team to be able to go do something. I also think, what was my main points? Why am I blanking on it? I had a big point for New York. I think Landry Shamet needs to have another series where he's going to have to go off. If he can't be the threat from three at coming off this bench when Josh Hart is off the floor, I think you can kiss this New York team goodbye.
He's got such big shoes to fill, especially because the Spurs are. Even with them saying, the defense was specifically schemed for SGA, I think Brunson's a way scarier one-on-one offensive player, and they're going to have to send those. So Landry Shamet's going to actually have to be fucking huge in this series.
And I'm going to go as far or even farther and say New York has to keep winning the three ball as well if they're going to consistently be in this series, in my opinion. I do have San Antonio in 6, potentially 7. But at the same time, this Knicks team can do something very special in this finals matchup that no one else, or what a lot of people are saying they cannot do.
Jules?
So breaking down everything from my end. Spoiler alert, I'm going to ride with my team, San Antonio in 6.
No way,
right? Oh my God.
Bias.
But I've said this before. For the people who say San Antonio is just by far the better team and they're going to sweep them or win in 5, I just think that's bad takes. Knicks give San Antonio a lot of problems, specifically in the half court setting, in terms of their shooters, in terms of the offensive rebounds that we just highlighted. However, I think that becomes null and void if we get to see Victor Wembanyama at his peak. And what I mean is that we're going to see, because everybody was these past 2 weeks are so used to Wemby shooting these mid-range elbow jump shots and getting himself out of the paint. This was not Victor Wembanyama's game. He had to go and adapt, and he was able to do that very, very well. I think we get to see Victor into his traditional role as a roll man and a lob threat and a play finisher, to where Karl-Anthony Towns is not stopping that. Josh Hart's not going to be able to stop that. Mitchell Robinson is not going to be able to stop that. And I'm glad you brought up Mitchell Robinson with the pinkies, because I do think he'll still be able to get offensive rebounds, but that pinky's going to fuck up his shot at the free throw line. So you're going to play Hack-a-Mitch this whole series, and I do think he's going to be unplayable because he's going to get the offensive rebound, but you're just going to hack him. Okay, you shoot fucking 30.
About what OKC did to Steven Adams last year?
Exactly. The exact same point, to where Steven Adams shot fucking, 40% from the free throw line? Mitchell Robinson shoots fucking 32% at the free throw line. So even if you're getting those possessions, you're not going to gain anything from us. You're just going to win the possession battle, but you're not going to get those points because Mitchell Robinson can't hit a free throw. So I think you're going to have Karl-Anthony Towns be out there for a long period of time, and he's in foul trouble all the time. And then you're getting to Mitch, to where he can't hit a free throw. He's a way better defender, but even then, if he does good against Wemby, but Wemby can create off the dribble. It's just that's the thing, is that I do think in this specific series, I think you can kind of just lean on the best player, and that talent advantage that he specifically has can, I think, kind of drag them through. But even if that isn't going to be the case, the Knicks have the wing defenders to go and match up against the guards from San Antonio. I mentioned it before with OKC's disadvantage for everybody being 6'5". Everybody on the wings for New York is basically 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". So they match up really well with these guards. So the guards aren't particularly great mid-range shooters, so they're going to have to go and rely on creating from themselves, and they're being good spot ups, which they're streaky. But to me, in terms of just the advantages, they're going to have to get out in transition. They're going to have to go win these battles and turn the Knicks over, which is very hard to do. And that's kind of my keys for it. My X factor, surprisingly enough, is not going to be the young guards. It's not going to be Victor. It's going to be De'Aaron Fox. Because Fox is probably going to get the Mikal matchup, and Mikal has done pretty good this whole series. Not the whole series, I'm sorry, the whole playoffs, in terms of these on-ball creators that kind of are shifty. He did really well against Harden. De'Aaron Fox is going to have to show up, and he's going to have to create dribble penetration against Mikal and not be Rajon Rondo. You can have the turnover suppression all you want. Score 20 points. Challenge impossible, De'Aaron Fox. You're going to have to do that, because you are going to be set to be making $50 million. And even if you're coming off an ankle injury, you're going to have to just contribute offensively in scoring the basketball, because if Castle and Harper don't have the advantage, you do, at least somewhat. If Brunson's going to be hit on Devin and Julian, and they're streaky, and Victor's doing this, you need a second option. And De'Aaron, you are that. So you need to step up, and you need to be having an offensively great series. You have to go and do that routinely against this team, and you're going to have to go mismatch hunt Brunson and try to put him in actions as much as possible, because if you're going to do that, you're going to that's how you create advantages for Julian and Devin and all this kind of stuff. Not just a simple PNR, but maybe some flex and hammer actions, being able to get Julian wide open in transition or in a half court to where the tagger's coming and seeing, trying to provide help and that kind of stuff. So to me, De'Aaron Fox, this is going to be a reality of if you're actually valuable or not. Because Justin, you talked about it last week. He's probably the most unnecessary guard on the Spurs, which I'm in agreement with. Time for you to become necessary and show up in the NBA Finals, because the coach over there in New York didn't fucking believe in you, notably, and that's been in your back pocket for the past 2 years. We all know it. So go show him why.
Did you see how much hate I got on that comment, by the way?
Mind you, again, I don't know why Spurs fans, you need to understand that De'Aaron Fox is put in this role that he's never been in, and I don't think he's excelling at this role. Like the same thing with Karl-Anthony Towns in New York. He was put in this role with Mike Brown that he looked super uncomfortable in this whole year, and in the playoffs, he was able to show his valuability. De'Aaron Fox, you haven't been able to show consistently outside of 3 games in the Minnesota series, and then 1 game against Portland, your valuability. You've been incredibly inconsistent. This was pre-ankle injury. So, time for you to show up. Buck up, dude. So, I like De'Aaron Fox. Earn the contract. Exactly. If you're going to get 50 M's, go get 50 M's. Go show why you're a second option. Go show why you're the mentor of Castle and Harper. So, that's my thing. I'm sorry about the soliloquy, but I think there's a lot of stuff that people are just glossing over, and again, underrating your Knicks, Kieran. That is very unfair, in my opinion, because the Knicks, I think, match up super well against them, just from an X's and O's standpoint. It's just going to be how things are adjusted, and I think that leans San Antonio's favor with Mitch and Greg making the adjustments that they were doing with OKC and even with Minnesota. With Mike Brown, I haven't seen him make the adjustment outside of the Atlanta series, and you were just able to blow everybody else out, and that's fair. But I think with Greg and Mitch at the helm, the Knicks will probably win game 1. But if they adjust from that, it's time for Mike Brown to show up. You're the reason why I replaced Tom Thibodeau. Show up.
Yeah. The thing about Mike Brown, right, is that you already set the tail. Like, you exceeded Tom Thibodeau. Now finish it. Like,
yep.
That's what Mike Brown was supposed to do. NBA Finals or bust. Now it's championship or bust. Because the thing is, like we said all along, the East is going to get tougher next year. You probably won't be back. And Mike Brown, this has to be Mike Brown's moment. Because he's already been to an NBA Finals in 2007, lost that, got swept, and granted, his team was overpowered. Like the Spurs were a way better team, but everywhere Mike Brown has gone, he flames out after 3 years, and it's just a matter of time. Is this going to be the Mike Brown series where really he's respected as a head coach? Because I don't think a lot of people respect Mike Brown that at all.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
The thing is, the one thing I'll say is that Mike Brown, when he was down, because I think in past series, he would just live and die by his philosophy and didn't really adjust. But the Atlanta series, he adjusted really well.
Yep.
This is gonna be this series is gonna tell me a lot about Mike Brown, because this is probably the most adjustments he's gonna have to make in his life. This isn't freaking Evan Mobley or Jared Allen. It's Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper.
Listen,
yeah.
I'm going to be honest, and Jules, you said it's just bad takes and whatever. This is me being unbiased, as much as you guys know how much I don't like the Knicks, and I'm pretty sure it's a majority of just their fan base at this point. I really think this is a 5-game set. Here's my reason why.
It's fair enough.
If the Knicks can pull off game 1, I don't think, like Kieran just said, Mike Brown has the capability to make the adjustments if they go down 2-1 or 3-1 after the first game to do it. Even if they take a game later in the series without winning game one, like I can see the Spurs winning the first two and maybe the Knicks getting shock factor on the first game, game three. Like, it's just, to me, it's it's just off of what I've watched so far. The defense is stifling to the way the Knicks play. Their transition game is going to be at an all-time high because they know they can outrun the New York Knicks. They just know they can. They're way more conditioned. They're younger. They're faster. I would argue they're stronger, too, because they just play through whatever. They don't give a fuck.
Right.
Mike Brown, like you said, he's not the guy that can make this many adjustments on the fly. He sure has to try, but he's got to. And Mitch is basically sitting pretty where he can tell his team, if we play the exact same game we played against OKC, they're a slower team, they're a more physical team, but a cleaner physical team, if that makes sense to you guys.
That's fair. That's fair.
But it's nothing they haven't seen. So if they can play through the dirty contact that they've already seen, the clean contact, they're already going to be finishing at the rim. They already know what defensive schemes to throw at a one guard heavy offense. It like I said, it really just is like, it's a better matchup for them to have played OKC than it is the Spurs. And this is just their biggest test, their most uphill battle. And like Kieran said, it's basically all or nothing. The East goes back to full strength next year. Yep. So it's like, it's win now, and I just like the coaching side of it, just for me, especially with this kind of a team in a 7-game set, whatever you want to call it, I just don't know if he has the capabilities or honestly the player abilities to throw at the Spurs to make this a long series.
To be fair, I think this is a counterpoint, and it's funny enough, fucking Jeremy Sohan said this shit about the tiring out of Victor Wembanyama. Because I looked at it prior to when Kieran, you and I faced last in '99.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan only didn't play 11 minutes that whole series. Vic needs to play big time minutes in this series to be highly impactful, to predicate with that best player in the world stuff. That's like the only knock on Wemby. It's like, he doesn't play 30 minutes. He doesn't play 30 minutes. He doesn't play 40. If he's playing,
imagine if he played 30 minutes.
If he's exactly. If he's playing a lot in this series, and you guys just don't have an answer for him, that's going to be very hard to deal with amongst itself. But I think if Wemby's playing 40 minutes and you get a Luke Cornett, on the court 5 minutes a game, you're going to have to find some way, if you're not down by, multiple possessions, to run that back up within a 5-minute stretch, which I think it's hard to do.
You can guarantee that's going to play 10 minutes a game, because they're also, you got to remember, Wemby's coming off of the shoulder injury and the hamstring injury and the ankle injury. So it's not that he's on minutes restrictions, but even for a superstar to play 30 minutes a game and get that break, especially as a superstar center, it's almost a necessity, because he's doing all that work. He's banging in the paint every possession. He's doing all these things. Plus, like, he's an anomaly build. Like, he's 7'5" and, like, thin. It's not like he's a, like, buff dude. Like, he's a thin guy. So this contact's going to wear on him. So if Vic does play those heavy minutes the first 3 games, there's a way I can see the Knicks doing it, because I can see Wemby's body breaking down from just the war of attrition. Like, it's not that he's, like, tired or that he's old. It's just that it's the way he's built. I don't think he's conditioned to play 35 minutes game in and game out.
Exactly.
Well, I also think that's, like, another thing, too, because, like, I know, like, the Knicks have had 9 days off. The Spurs just came off a long, grueling series, like, and they only have, like, 2 days and a half. Like, I'm not saying that's, like, a big factor.
No, it's actually a big factor, and I think the big factor is the opposite way you're looking at it. I think the big factor is on the Knicks.
That's what I was about to go at.
It's more prominent in every other sport than it is basketball for sure. But those days off when you're not playing at the highest comp, when you're not doing that, when you're just scrimmaging your team and doing stuff, that's, I don't want to say it's lazy reps, but compared to what they're about to play, it really is lazy reps. Like they're not going full speed. They're not going at their team. This team just got out of a war of attrition with the other quote unquote top team in the league. So it's like they're conditioned, they're ready, they're getting to ice their fucking battle wounds for 2-3 days, and then they're back at it. The Knicks have been off for so long. I pray to God they don't come out rusty, because if they do, like, Kieran, you know this, you know it could just be really fucking ugly. They have to set the absolute fucking tone in game 1.
No, I agree with that. I obviously know there's a rust factor. I'm just saying for the Spurs, like, it's also like the physical factor, like, too. Like, I know it's like corny to say, but like they came off one of the, like, probably one of the most physical series like ever. And I understand, I'm not like discounting like the rust factor. I'm just saying, like,
the only benefit to your 9-day break is that OG Anunoby should be fully recovered from his
yeah. I don't expect OG to have a brace on anymore. Too,
I would play with it for the sake of the contact he's about to play with.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think we'll see what happens on Wednesday, man. That's all I got to say.
Best of luck, friend.
Yeah, and like I said this before, I know like people want me and Jules to go at each other.
Wow.
First of all, I'm not DZ. Like, I'm not delusional. Like, he said Spurs. He said
no. I believe the exact quote.
He said
I believe the exact quote last week was, "I'm coming for the Brit. I want the Brit." So
no.
Yeah.
This is the thing. This is the thing, right? You know what DZ told me yesterday? It's Wemby and the rest are nobodies.
Got it.
That's arguably the exact same conversation on the other side. It's Jalen Brunson and the rest are nobodies.
And a sprinkle of cat. Sprinkle of cat.
Like, I don't know if DZ made his tea too strong that morning to make that comment, but like that just shows DZ didn't watch not a single fucking game in the Western Conference Finals, because it wasn't just Wemby.
Yeah, like, dude, it's just like the thing is, if we lose, we lose, but I want to see Mike Brown make the adjustments, like, at least try.
You want to see Mike Brown set himself up for the future.
Oh, yeah, it's just like, it's like, how many times has, like, we said before, like, he's seen Greg Popovich and the Spurs so many times at this point.
Literally.
Like,
specifically.
It's got to be a point that, like, you know the X's and O's about the Spurs, like, this has to be your moment. And I'm not expecting to win. I want you to make the right adjustments, even if we win or not. Like,
give me some
question for you before we move on here.
Yeah, go ahead.
If by the grace of God, you guys get swept, is he out of a job?
Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
If he doesn't make adjustments to compete with this team, and maybe they have 1 of 4 or 2 of 4 close games, but get absolutely blown out of the water in the other 2 and get swept, does this man get to keep his job?
I mean,
yeah.
Jules, you're shaking your head like that's a no given. You got to remember, this is New York. This isn't fucking Cleveland.
This is true.
This is New York.
It's true, but like there were still people like saying Tom Thibodeau should have been there even after the first series. Like, I think people are sold on Mike Brown now to the point where it's like, okay, if you're losing against San Antonio, they're going to be banking on like, okay, we just lost to a 7'5" demigod. I really think New Yorkers are going to be fucking saying that. Like, I would not put like I agree. If he's making the adjustments and they're still being blown out, I think you can just chalk it up to we just lost to the best player in the world.
Because I'll be honest, I think he keeps his job, and my example of it is also used in New York sports. Kieran, Joe Girardi's going to die the Yankees manager.
Literally.
Like,
yes, that's a great analogy.
I was going to say, you want to talk about somebody whose job is past due? Joe Girardi, after especially the collapse last year, and granted you can blame Aaron Judge in the playoffs for just not being the playoff.
You mean Aaron Boone?
But no, I'm saying how long Girardi kept his job, and now Boone is doing it. Like if they have the head of the table in New York, they're kings in the castle. Their fans will back them forever.
Correct.
So it's like Mike Brown he's got them to the gates of the promised land. They're gonna be like, that's our guy. We back him.
Or you can make the example with Spoelstra in Miami.
That's true.
I think
we don't have to talk about that.
I think the thing
we really don't, because I know what that turns into, and I'm good.
The thing is about Mike Brown. I don't think, regardless how the series goes, I don't think he'll get fired because
Kenny Atkinson got to keep his job.
Well, no. This is also a team that hasn't been to the finals in 27 years, so I don't see him getting fired until let's say they lose in the second round next year. That's probably okay.
You might have combos there, yeah.
Yeah, because I said this before. This Knicks roster is at least going to be here for one more year. And they already committed that they're going to try to re-sign Shamet. They're going to try to re-sign Mitchell Robinson. They already have OG McHale locked under contract. Brunson, I think he's up for extension the next year after that.
Correct.
So this team is pretty much going to be the same next year. It's just that if they flame out in round 1 or round 2 next year, then we can have the conversation okay, Mike Brown probably is not the guy. But I don't I just think it's hard to say oh, Mike Brown should be fired because he went to the NBA Finals in his first year as head coach with our team. I don't know. That's how I feel, but I could be wrong.
It's a fair assessment.
Unless this happens, if they lose by a record finals margin, I'm okay. This is no. I'm just saying, if you get blown out every game and you don't make adjustments,
you mean when I jokingly said the over under for win loss is 95.5?
Man, I just hope we push it to 6. I just hope we push it to 6. I just want to see fight. I want to see Cat ball out, even though it probably won't happen. But, yeah, man, I'm nervous.
Yeah, well, good luck to both of you. We'll see where this goes. I believe
me and Jules will probably be talking the entire week.
When we pick this back up next week, we'll be, I believe, at game 4
or
into 5, maybe.
Yeah.
So
is game 3 Sunday?
What is it? Is it Wednesday, Thursday, or do they have a day off between?
It's Wednesday, Friday.
It's Wednesday.
So it's
Friday.
Wednesday. I'm assuming it's Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday.
Okay.
Because I think they'll get the extra travel day.
So it'll be game game 3 will be over when we talk about.
Correct.
Yeah. So.
Well, with that, Gunner, are you ready?
I have the 2 teams.
All right. So I'll preface it now for anybody that made it to this hour and a half mark. I have been extremely lazy / busy / not paying attention to my job on the podcast of making side games at the end lately. It's summer. It's nice out. I'm doing things outside. I'm not spending time making notes. I will be getting back to that at some point. Luckily enough, we have Gunner for a Team A, Team B ? And comparison to see which team is better.
Fellas, we are staying in the confines of the decade 2010s.
Jesus Christ.
Back in the old days.
Team A, 54-28. They are 5-6 in the playoffs. What questions do you have?
Player
A. Best player on the team, 23 points a game.
3 points a game, 54-28.
What's his PRA?
PRA 23, 11, and 3.
Sounds like the Clippers with Blake Griffin.
Was this man an all-star?
Oh, yeah.
Did his team make the playoffs?
Well, yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
made the playoffs.
They're
They
5
went
and 6.
5 and 6 in the offs.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that part. So they were eliminated in the second round?
Yep.
What was his playoff stats? The best player.
26 and 11.
26 and 11.
What did his Robin do in the regular season for PRA?
In the regular season, I got you. Robin's doing 21 a game.
What did the best player average in the first series?
That's a great question. I'm not gonna lie.
I have a feeling.
Stand by, because I need to pull that up.
I have a crazy question. I don't know if I'm allowed to ask it.
He's averaging 30.
Oh, I think I know.
I think you know too, but
I think I know it now.
What did player B finish the year with accolades?
the Robin finished with an All-Star and All-NBA. Third team.
Oh, wait.
No other awards?
No other awards.
Did Robin have an iconic playoff moment?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Wait, what?
You'll understand if once we let it out. I know the team.
I don't think Robin's the best player on the team, that's all.
People will say Robin is, but it's definitely not. It's not his team yet.
Huh?
He averaged 30 in the first. Dude, I was thinking of the
Player
Clippers.
A averaged 30?
In the first round, yes. Player A averaged 30 in the first round.
Their playoff. Wait, so
He was frying. Thank you, Gunner, for doing this. It puts me in such a good mood.
wait, so the record was 5-6.
In the playoffs, yes. You want first round? They're 4-2.
4-2. 2010s.
I
First
need to
round.
check if this is the actual team that I'm thinking of.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is. No, Jules. That's why.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah. I know you have it.
Okay. They're
Just
really
just
54 and
based on-
28?
Yeah.
No shit. Oh my god, they were.
The funny thing is, I was thinking like one of those Clippers teams because they lose in the second round a lot. But it's when you said one-time All-Star and one-time All-NBA, I was like, oh shit, it's not the Clippers.
Well, no. This is for the season.
He really made all
and
NBA
that's the
13.
Robin. Yeah.
Oh my god. I did not know.
We'll give it away if I ask this question. Like, is the best player a superstar?
I wouldn't classify him as a superstar.
I personally don't say that. I think he's super underrated, though.
Yes, I agree with Jules. He does, I can give you player A's accolades.
Go ahead.
10th in MVP voting. He's an all-star, and he's all-NBA third team.
All-NBA 13.
What did you say the record was?
54 and 28.
Aaron, like I said, iconic playoff moment. Think that.
Iconic playoff moment.
Yeah, I think 2010's iconic playoff moments. That's a really good one.
And once you get the team, do not say it.
I didn't realize he was on this team.
You said he averaged what for the regular season? Player A?
23 and 11.
Like assist or rebounds?
Rebounds.
23. Huh.
Not a lot of players.
Wait a minute.
Karen, I see the gears grinded.
No.
Karen, I don't know if you've talked to me enough. I glaze this guy.
Okay.
He does glaze this
23
man.
and 11. Like I was thinking of Dwight, but they didn't get out of the first round in 2011, so I wasn't thinking like. But it's also all NBA third team. Fuck. Their best players all NBA third. That's what's throwing me off. Like fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Their best players all NBA third team.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh
And their second player also made all NBA third team.
Yes,
Yep.
which is a surprise to most.
That's why I said what I said.
Is it like a
no
Hawks
way.
team with Al Horford and Joe Johnson? No.
Who knows?
Who
Save
knows?
it in the bag.
Fuck. Iconic playoff moment.
I'm telling you, that's a
54-28.
good question. It's a good question.
That was a great question to make sure you knew.
Yeah.
Wait.
Justin?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Hold
Please
on.
tell me.
Hold on.
If you get the team, don't say it out loud. Just ask questions to try to lead.
I think there's great questions still to be had.
No, they didn't have that. Am I drunk? No, they've never won that many games. There's no way. No.
I was thinking the Grizzlies with Gasol and Conley, but I know
I don't-
Conley didn't make an All-NBA.
No.
23 and 11.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't get past the fucking record.
Hey, I'm ready to move on. I've given you guys plenty of time.
But there's only one.
You know what? I'm being nice
But there's
too.
only one. According to this, there's only one aspect of one duo that made All NBA third team, and the record doesn't line up for what he said.
Yeah, that, like
54 and 28.
Yeah, it doesn't line up because the only one that's popping up, I'm going to say, the team went 47 and 35. So that's not the right team.
Oh, definitely. You're definitely off course.
Definitely off course.
But it's
I know that duo, I'm pretty sure.
I sure hope so. There's got to be...
iconic playoff.
I'm going to need a second. I know you're ready to move on, Jules. You can just hold your titties.
I might have it. It's going to be wrong.
No, we'll see. We'll see. Just keep that in.
Are we ready to move on? My phone's dying.
Wait a minute. Does Jules glaze this player a lot?
Yes.
Yes, they already said that.
I don't know, Karen. I don't know if you know that I glaze him. Like that's why I'm like, we've talked, but I don't think you've heard my glaze for this guy.
Wait,
this might be wrong.
Hold
But...
on. Okay, so now there's two instances of that lining up. I just don't know how I want to attack that. Give me 1 second and then we'll move. I'm going to assume you glaze the... I feel like it's got to be this one, but I don't think that's right. Hold on.
See, on the Post Patrol, this is when I'd give Jules the option to ruin it for everyone or not.
Can I guess the team, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong?
No, wait until the end.
Okay.
Because we go into a compare and contrast mode.
Yep.
Because I'm thinking of iconic playoff moments.
I can't type that any clearer. Thank you, fucking internet. Holy nuts. Just let me type this one more thing and then we can move on. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong and I won't get it. So that's fine.
I'm lost.
Just save the team you think it is, Kieran.
Okay.
Nope, still doesn't line up for record.
All right.
It's off by a game.
Well, I'm not. Oh shit! I'm not looking at anything, so it's kind of harder for me. So,
which is more impressive? All right. Moving on. We have another 54 in 2018.
I hate you.
6-6 in the playoffs. What you need?
Best player?
Oh, he's just a casual 29 a game.
Full PRA.
I can't hear you.
29, 7 and 3. My mic cut out. My bad.
Player B
7
PRA.
assists?
7 boards.
7 boards.
You said second?
Yeah.
That's kind of tricky, but we'll go with the guy who's averaging 18.
Was the second player an All NBA player?
Wait. Oh.
I'm still trying to figure out. Still trying to figure out Team 1, and they still don't make sense.
So this is tricky because if you're going second scoring option, no, he is not All NBA.
Player A full season accolades.
Third in MVP, All Star, All NBA, second team.
Can you say the playoff record again?
6-6.
Okay. Third in MVP.
Player A playoff PRA.
That's a great question. 29, 7 and 2.
So almost identical.
I think I might have it, but I think I'm wrong.
I don't know if you're wrong.
I might be wrong.
See.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
Is
I'm still lost.
one of the bench players a 6-time All-Star and a 5-time All-NBA a former one?
Yes.
I got it now.
Ew.
I got it now.
Ew.
That's what I thought. I thought so. I thought
As soon as you said that, I figured it out. Oh my god.
Well, I'm not getting either of these, so I'll just bow out.
You sure, Justin?
Yeah, because the fucking 4 pairs of players I found that both fucking made all NBA third team from the same team, none of the stats line up accordingly.
All right, Kieran, we're gonna start with you because you're unsure. What do you think Team A is? And
is it the 14 Portland Trailblazers?
Okay. And what do you think the 13 or what do you think Team B is?
It's the 13 Knicks.
All right. Justin, do you have any guesses?
I had 4 fucking teams that popped up with 2 players that made all third team, and it was the Knicks, the Clippers, the Trailblazers, and somebody else.
Okay.
But the stats don't line up for any of them. Because Portland, according to what I saw, was 53 and 29, not 54.
Interesting. Jules, what you got?
The 2014 Portland Trailblazers, led by the GOAT LaMarcus Aldridge. versus Carmelo Anthony, 2013 Mr. Third and MVP.
It is. The 2014 Portland Trailblazers versus the 2013 New York Knicks, fellas.
Well, I found that team at 53 and 20.
Jules, I was such a nerd
because
for
I
that
was literally
Amari
sitting there.
thing.
I was like, some of this lines up, some of this lines up. Nope, doesn't line up. Doesn't have the right wins.
Was I cheating with that question?
No, that's not cheating.
As soon as you said it, I'm like, oh yeah, dog, fucking Amari's on this team. I forgot, and he was hurt.
Yeah, when he said 29-7-3, and like when he said
there's only so many people in the league that's doing that.
Yeah, I was
only offensive stats.
Yeah, I was like, it's got to be Carmelo.
Yeah. And Kieran, just so you know, I glaze LaMarcus Aldridge. That series, frying Dwight Howard and Omer Asik. I use that all the time.
Well, the funny thing is, the reason I figured it out is because of their playoff record. Because they went to 6 games with the Rockets and they lost 5 to the Spurs.
Well, that's exactly how I immediately gravitated to Portland. And I was like, oh, Jules glazes him. It's LaMarcus Aldridge. I'm going here because Dame's the star. Blah blah blah. And then wins.
That's the thing with this team is that everybody's like it's a Mandela effect. Everyone thinks it's Dame's team. At that time, it's not Dame's team. It's still not Dame's team.
Nope. From the time he stepped on the court, it was Dame's team.
What threw me
Brandon
off
Roy says different.
What threw me off
Broken
was the
back,
All-NBA.
Literally Mr. What If, Brandon Roy. I don't care. I love Derrick Rose to the ends of the earth. Brandon Roy is the biggest what if ever.
Why is Terry Stotts saying different then?
I don't care about Terry Stotts.
Anyway, no, what threw me off was the All-NBA because I thought LaMarcus was second team. So
should have been.
Kieran, I push LaMarcus Aldridge over Blake Griffin to Kev all the time. He gets pissed.
Wow.
All time?
Yep.
All time, yes. I have LaMarcus over Blake Griffin.
Grass is green. Next take. Kev's an idiot.
I disagree myself. Wow. I still have Blake, but we've talked about it. They're right there. They're interchangeable.
LaMarcus Aldridge GOAT agendas start today. Fuck Webby, I have LaMarcus.
I reminded you. I pulled out the sleeper agent.
Well,
Justin,
before we get to that, I just want to acknowledge something that happened today. Just maybe a little bit of a moment of silence for the passing of Larry Fitzgerald Sr. Just super, super devastating to the football world. Leaked out earlier today. Thoughts and prayers are with Larry and his family as they get through this hard time. But obviously, like I said, he was great. We know his kid was great. So just big shout out to Larry. And like I said, thoughts and prayers with the family. And then lastly, history fact of the day. Time of recording, January. Holy fuck. I'm so tired. I need sleep.
It's June!
Yeah, June flight is here. Yeah, anyway. June 1st, kicking it back to 1982. These are just fucking detrimental right now because the sports world is just nothing in these weeks. Oakland A's left fielder Ricky Henderson steals 2 bases in a 3-2 win over the Red Sox, becoming the fastest player to the 50 stolen base milestone in the MLB season. Crazy to think that in June he had already stolen 50 bases.
Sounds about right against my Sox.
Yeah. Sox are ass.
Tracking all.
We can gladly start talking about baseball, but you don't want to open what the Mariners are doing right now.
First in the division, don't give a shit. Don't give a shit.
Sick division.
With that.
Sick division.
Greatest division.
I don't care. We're bitching Yordan Alvarez. Fuck him.
Knicks in 4.
Fuck you.
Calm down, DZ.
That's Justin, an insult. That's an insult to Kieran.
Are you a bit enraged?
Huh?
Are you a bit enraged?
Brady
No.
Bit.
When did Kieran become British?
See, I can handle it because I'm. Never mind.
All right. All
Because
right.
you're
Anyways.
I can handle it. I can handle it because I'm a YT man.
Thanks. But with that, guys,
Stop womansplaining.
my phone is almost about to die. It was a really good episode, being able to break down everything from the conference finals, our finals preview. Again, Kieran, good luck to you for this finals. We will be in contact with each other basically every game. But that was We Don't Know Ball. We will probably be back very soon with our football stuff, because if you know, today a lot of shit went down for football. So we will be probably talking about that within the next upcoming weeks. So please stay tuned to that. Again, follow the We Don't Know Ball TikTok page, as well as us individually. The Post Patrol, Gunners podcast, as well as Dog Mondays. If you guys know Kieran and Kieran Sports, he's about to hit, or if not, just hit 12K on TikTok. So please go show support. And OKC fans, don't fucking troll him. It was a joke. Fuck off. You guys are sensitive pussies. Anyways, this was We Don't Know Ball. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
And as always, check his wrap.